The stream. This is Pokemon FireRed, and we're going through the game to get to the trainer tower, and so we're designing a competitive team to go up against the strongest doubles opponents that we can find. And well, what we're looking at here is we're looking at Charizard with a moveset which is not conventional. It has Flamethrower, Rock Slide, Dragon Dance, Protect. I might switch out Flamethrower to Heat Wave just because I'll likely be doing double battles, and so that will be a spread move. It's not as accurate as Flamethrower, but it can still provide spread damage, and it's actually a little bit more powerful than Flamethrower, I think. Then what we're going to do today is that we're actually going to have a look at the team that I'm going to use and what I'm training up at the moment. And right now I'm hatching Zubats to get the moveset that I like as well. But what we'll do is we'll look at a plan. So let me just bring it up. Okay, right here is an image that I made. We'll start from the top. So that will be Clefable. Clefable there has Leftovers and Cute Charm because it doesn't have Unaware in this game, which is unfortunate. But the moveset I'm going for first is to set up the Sun with Sunny Day. Then it has Follow Me for redirection since it will be double battles. And then we use Moonlight to raise its health, especially in the sun. And then we use Ice Beam for coverage, especially on like ground types. Ground types, grass types, flying types. So it's decent coverage. We could use Flamethrower because it's got the sun up and that would make it more powerful. But I thought that maybe Ice would just be a better overall move, especially if it's the only move that it has. Okay, moving on, we have Crobat down here. Crobat is actually a replacement for my Aerodactyl, which is sad for me because I really wanted to use Aerodactyl so much. It's one of my favorites. It's great switching into these powerful normal type attacks that you get in Generation 3, like Double Edge, Body Slam, Return, Hyper Beam, these kind of moves. But and also against fire types, and as well as poison types, as well as all kind of types, and it's immune to ground, being a rock type, and neutral to fighting. But I thought, okay, Aerodactyl, I could not put Rock Slide on it because I put it on my Nidoking. And you can only use it once in the game. It's a move 2 to move, so not even a TM that you can pass through breeding. It's gone, basically. Not only that, but my Nidoking has Hidden Power Rock, which was a really... it's like a cold splash of water. But anyway, we replaced it with Crobat. Crobat is bulky and has the same speed base, so it will be speed tied with Aerodactyl. And the best thing about it is it has Haze, so it will go first, haze out any status conditions that the opponent has made, like using Double Team and boosting its speed, its attack, defense, anything. And then it can use Taunt, so it never uses it again. So it's a pretty good disruptor, and also it can set the sun being first. And then it has Sludge Bomb, has a chance to poison as well. Inner Focus means it cannot get flinch, Fake Out will not work on it, which is absolutely amazing. And also even like Rock Slide cannot flinch either. The next one is Gyarados. Gyarados will be a strong sweeper, Return. Return is a move in Generation 3 based on how much your Pokemon love you. So if it's the highest amount, then it will do over 100 base damage. I think 102 or something like that. But it's a normal type move. Gyarados' move pool is terrible, especially in Generation 3. So we kind of need that to deal damage, or we can use Double Edge. We have Earthquake, just because Surf will be terrible on Gyarados because it has a very low base special attack. But Earthquake can still cover against rock types and fire types as well. And electric types, which is really weak to if it can get enough Dragon Dances up and outspeed it. And then Protects just to scout it out, it being double battles. Citrus Berry can help raise its health as well when it's low on life. And I've already used Leftovers, so I can't use Protect Leftovers here unless I just experiment. The next one, Executor. Executor, I've given it the Quick Claw. Even though it has chlorophyll, so it can double its speed in the sun, but sometimes it may not have the sun, so it just has another chance to go first using Sleep Powder, Psychic, Skill Swap, and Giga Drain. Now, I can Skill Swap. I don't know if chlorophyll works with Skill Swap. I've read that maybe it doesn't. There's some restriction there, but I'm gonna have to test it out. If it doesn't work well, then I can just replace it with Solar Beam and Moonlight. So that will be a good tanky Executor, good sweeper in the sun. Charizard. Charizard is an interesting one because it's a mixed attacker, not something that we're used to. But I have good reason. I think that Heat Wave and Rock Slide will be decent, just because Rock Slide will be very weak because its Charizard's attack is not very high. But I think it'll be good against other fire types and other Charizards as well. Those are 4 times weakness, weak to rock. And it's just a decent way to get some spread chip damage and also to flinch as well. And then we have Heat Wave to be a very powerful fire attack in the sun. And I'll be using Naive Nature to boost its speed, and it decreases special defense, but then its attack stat is not touched, unlike with like Modest Nature or Timid Nature. So it has Ipapa Berry just to replenish its health if it gets low on life with like a Surf or something, but the Sun can reduce damage by 50%. Then I have Marowak. Marowak is a very important Pokemon on this team because it has Lightning Rod. That means because I have 3 flying types, every time I switch into Marowak, it's protected against Jolteon's Thunderbolt or something like that. Or Zapdos, for example. And then it's got Earthquake, Rock Slide, Protect, and Boomerang. Now, Boomerang is a ground type attack that's a single hit, but it hits twice, so it can get rid of like Sturdy ability. Or, you know, it's kind of like a Focus Sash, but it's like just an ability. Actually, no. Sturdy, sorry. Sturdy is different in this game. Sturdy is just protects you against one hit KO moves like Horn Drill. So it's okay, that's irrelevant. But still, it can hit twice, and it's very powerful because Marowak doubles its power with the Thick Club item that it's got, and it's really the hardest attacker in the game. It's just a monster. I will raise its special defense to help it to stay on the field. And what we can do, we can have a look at Pokemon Showdown and have a look at their stats to see how their stats have been spread. So we'll have a look at that now. Yeah, again, this the avatars have changed because of April Fool's Day. So we have these lovely pictures here that they've drawn, and then they've given us a nice emoji as well. A meme that's supposed to be Executor with coconuts flying at the screen. Then we have a lovely Charizard down here, and then a beautiful, very stoic Marowak. So anyway, we'll have a look at the stats. Clefable stats are very bulky. You can see it has 361 HP on level 100. Full max special attack, and then its special defense and defense are balanced out to be the same. That's a very bulky Clefable with the max attack stats. Then we have Crobat. I've given it max speed with a Jolly Nature, and then again I've balanced its special defense and special defense. It has very high HP, but it doesn't hit very hard. However, Sludge Bomb is a stab move with 90 base power, and it also has a chance to poison. So its main objective is just get on the field, Haze, Taunt, Sunny Day, and then get some chip. Giving it the Lumberry in case it gets paralyzed when it comes on the field. But other than that, it can just taunt away any other threats. Okay, Gyarados is going to be not that fast, but with a couple of Dragon Dances, it should outspeed most Pokemon. It can outspeed pretty much all of the rock threats, except for Aerodactyl, of course. But because it's so tanky, it can easily take a hit. Max attack just to make it a very powerful sweeper. Then we have Executor. Executor, again, is bulky. slow, bulky, but that speed stat will double in the sun, so it becomes probably the fastest one on the field. And its special attack is not that great here, but it's still decent, a good special attack base, just not the highest for Executor. It really invests in the bulk, the defense, special defense, and then the HP as well. So it can last long. Charizard. Again, I've made a more bulky Charizard, but it has a decent speed range. Not amazing, but maybe 1 or 2 Dragon Dances and it will go pretty fast. Outspeed pretty much all of the threats. But then, say if Jolteon comes on the field, we still have Marowak to protect it. And then I also have Protect in my move pool just to scout out any threats. Then we have Marowak, of course. Marowak, I've invested in its special defense mostly to pair with its high defense. Has very low HP, but will max out the HP, and then it becomes quite a bulky unit. And then its attack stat is very low, but that would double with Thick Club. So actually it becomes as powerful or more powerful as something like Tyranitar and Salamence and all these very high attackers. It's a monster in its attack. And that's pretty much it. Oh, everything's slowed down now because OBS takes a lot of memory, but it will smoothen up in just a minute. It's just I'm looking for a Jolly Nature, that's why I'm still hatching. I have like Taunt, I have Taunt and Sunny Day on this one. Then I can get Haze by leveling up, and then I can put Sludge Bomb TM on it. But the problem about Sludge Bomb is that once I use the Sludge Bomb TM, I can never get it back, because say I wanted to put it on Muck or Arbok, right? They're not in the same egg group. So I have to find a pathway. I don't think there's anyone in the Flying Egg group that can pass it over. Unless like, no, I think Zubat is only in the Flying Egg group. And then the egg group for Muck is like a very strange niche, like the Morphic type or something like that, which I don't know who to breed that to. I'll have to have a look. Maybe before I pass Sludge Bomb, but it still has Poison Fang, especially if Crobat isn't designed to be a really massive attacker. I'll see how it works out.